Everyone, thanks for stopping by to check out the video. Today we're going to talk about Angel City, give a little preview of the 2026 season and where they're headed, where I think they're headed, I guess I should say, and go from there. Okay, so what about Angel City in 2026? Well, okay, this team is, I think they've gotten better, even with Alyssa Thompson being gone. Okay, so because on one hand they might be tougher than they've been in years. On the other hand, they've lost a lot, okay? But let's look at what's going on, okay? A lot of names, a lot of identity has changed over, and obviously Alyssa Thompson leaving last year was a big blow to morale, probably more than they let on, okay? So the big question is this: is Angel City finally becoming a real contender, or are they still living, on potential? And let's start with the big additions, though, because Emily Sams, huge signing for this team, huge signing. It's a serious signing. It's not a nice little addition. It's nothing like that. It is a serious signing. Big deal. Okay. She gives Angel City something they badly needed. A defender who brings quality, presence, and a little bit of nastiness with some real authority. Okay. And then there's Sagita coming in as well. And I love this move for them because Sagita gives you calm. Okay. She gives you calm. She gives you intelligence. She gives you control. And Angel City has often looked like a team trying to force games. And to be fair, as much as I love Alyssa Thompson, she tried to do too much at times, partially maybe out of frustration. Similar to what Allie Sentnor was doing at Utah before her move to KC, where she had different pieces around her that let her be sometimes supporting versus carrying the load, okay? So right away, the spine looks better, though, when you bring in Sams and Sagita. And stronger, smarter, more balanced there. That's just a hot take on this, and I may be overly stating things, but I don't think so. I think Angel City has taken some big steps. Okay, they might be better built in 2026 while still being less scary in attack. But better built is for the long term of the season to give you results. And I think overall fans would rather see the team have a stronger display than be scary in attack all the time and then choking up goals like crazy. But they've had losses over the last year. Again, Alyssa Thompson, of course, Kristen Press retired. Ali Riley is gone. Vignola went the other way when Sagita came in. Katie Zalim is gone. Julie Dufour is gone. Alana Kennedy is gone. That's a lot of change, a lot of experience, a lot of personality, but in some cases a lot of quality still, but it was necessary in my opinion. So Angel City added big pieces, but it's not just a reload. This is a reset, and the reset puts pressure on the players who are already there. So let's talk Sydney Leroux for a second, because as of when I'm recording this, I'm not sure if she's fully back of how she's going to be able to contribute, okay? It was just not sure. But her status matters because not just the name, because they could really use her presence and depth in the attack. Right now, I still think it's a question of how much she's going to be able to contribute, okay? We'll see. I love Sydney Leroux, by the way. But you got to treat that more as a bonus than a guarantee of the stuff. But here's one of the best stories in the league, okay? Savvy King is back in training, and honestly, I am so happy for that kid. I have a lot of time for her, all right? Quality player who's only going to get better if her health allows it, okay? And after everything she went through, just seeing her back available is huge, and it has to be a boost to the team, the fans, of course, but definitely to the team, all right? And Angel City's defense suddenly starts looking a lot different with this. So think about the back line potentially. I mean, you got King back, you got Sam's coming in, Giselle Thompson there, Sarah Gordon, okay? That's looking much more solid, okay? Not just respectable, though. A little bit of nastiness in there, and they needed that nastiness defensively. So, but here's the thing. For me, two players need to take big steps up this year. Big steps up. Was that saying that right? Anyway, whatever. Giselle Thompson and Riley Tierney. They have got to step up even more, put more on their young shoulders and drive forward, okay? Not a little more, not flashes. Every single week, they have got to perform. So let's start with Giselle. The talent is obvious. Everyone sees it. The potential is huge, but 2026 for her is about turning that potential into weekly performance and influence on the game. And the question is, can she become one of the players opponents actually game plan for? Right now, not so much, in my opinion, over time. Again, it's been potential so much. She needs to stop being the future and start being part of the problem for other teams she's playing against right now, and that's the leap she needs to take. And Riley Tiernan, okay, she might be the biggest swing player on this team because with Alyssa Thompson gone, LaRue status being uncertain, okay, Angel City needs somebody to own the attacking responsibility, and I think that can be Riley Tiernan. Let me know if you guys agree with that, because I think she can do it as well. But do you think she needs to be the player that they can rely on? And absolutely, in my opinion, she needs to be that player. She cannot just be promising. She cannot just be energetic, showing flashes, and she cannot just be a good young player. She needs to produce, and she needs to produce goals in big moments. She needs to produce end product on a weekly basis. She doesn't have to score, but get you a point, get that assist. You want goal scorers who are getting you a goal or an assist every single game, and to lead your team. And then you can balance out point distribution after that, but you need that person, and she could be that one. I hope she will. You want to watch games where you walk away and say, wow, Tiernan carried that team tonight. That's what she needs to do. And I'm sure the fans would probably agree. Okay, if she does not become that real attacking force, I'm not sure Angel City has enough firepower to sustain anything more than being on the fringes of the playoffs or in the top 8. Okay, but with Tiernan, that's a big jump if she can produce. So I don't know. I trust the defensive structure a little more with the addition, so I think that'll then. They gave a little more balance. There's more balance to this team, plain and simple. So what are Angel City's real chances for 2026? I think they're absolutely a playoff contender this year, okay? Absolutely. But I don't think they're top tier automatically without some of those questions being answered by the young players' performances. But if Sams can help transform the back line, have that stability there, if Sagita controls games, Savvy King's return, if she's the same and getting better all the time, that's huge. If Giselle can become that danger, then we're looking at something special. Okay? So, pardon me. My read, Angel City is going to be harder to beat in 2026. They're going to be more organized, more mature, less chaotic, and they also lost enough attacking certainty that I can't put them in the elite group yet. But for me, with that defensive boost and midfield boost, they're going to be tougher to beat, and that's important, okay? So I can see them being very frustrating to play against for a lot of teams, especially come playoffs. But their versatility has improved, and I think that's going to tell us a lot this season as it goes on, if it was enough. And I think they're going to be making a couple more moves as we get, into the season. We'll see what happens over time. So I think Angel City is finally building something here, and we're going to learn a lot about them in the first 6 weeks to see where that. In fact, they may be the first team I come back to after 3-4 games and do a video on. So Angel City's belief system it needs to improve, though, in the bottom parts of the game, the latter parts of the game. And if they do that, if they manage that last 20 minutes a little better than they've been doing, then you'll see a little more results happening and going their way. They've thrown away games and not finished games when they should in the past. And I think that roster has improved enough where they can get that control back, okay? So on the fringes of top tier, and we'll see what happens, okay? They're going to be solid enough, though, and the performance will be better, so fans should be happy, all right? Now, if you made it this far, I got something serious to talk about. My wife's been going through some very difficult cancer treatments for her leiomyosarcoma, which is incurable over the last year and a half. We've been up and down financially with problems, solve the problems, more problems come up. There's some links below where you can help, but a big thing you can do, buy one of the U.S. exclusive hats. There's 1,500 made this year from us directly, which would help us out. And there's some other links. Maybe share this video. Consider liking and subscribing if you like what you hear. I know I'm long-winded at times, but I've got a lot to say. And it's good practice for me because I do a lot of analysis while I'm trying to get a staff job. Okay? See you in the next video. Bye-bye.